Yo, what's up guys, it's Doom, and this is the world record video for Storm Forest Adventure Mode. This video is going to be a commentary version of my original world record video. The reason I'm making this is just for YouTube exposure and to hopefully get more people interested in the speedrun. I might even be able to use this as a marathon submission video in the future, but I do get kind of hyped towards the end, so maybe not. This video is mostly going to be for people who've never seen a run of this game, or people who have watched runs of this game and they really don't know what's going on. But don't worry, I'm going to explain. I'm going to be going over a few ins and outs and general details of the run to help people understand what's going on, so you aren't completely lost while watching this. Oh, and if you want to watch the original world record run with no commentary, the link will be in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up would be appreciated, because trust me dude, this game needs all the exposure it can get. And you know, I really like this game, and I would, love this game to get recommended to more people on YouTube. The community is really dope too. Everyone's pretty chill in there for the most part, and the Discord has cool things like events and marathons and crap. There's one coming up soon actually. I can't wait to watch it. I would have took part in it. I think they invited me, but I don't know dude, y'all know me man. I don't really be getting involved in crap like that. Next time I get an invite though, I might actually take up the offer. Anyways, back to the game. The first fight is pretty basic. There's really nothing special about it. In a typical fight, you want to get in close on your opponent as soon as possible and start comboing. Ultimately, you want to be able to use all your items during the fight without the CPU using substitutions. Your items are located on the bottom of the screen, and your sub bar is under the blue chakra bar. Substitutions allow you to escape from combos. And of course, we don't want the CPU escaping from our combos because that's slow. So, the less they sub, the better. The choice of items is up to you, but I found that the defense down, chakra recovery, and poison tag are the most effective. A good fight would consist of you being able to use all your items and the CPU using little to no subs. And that's basically what I'm going for in every single one of these fights. But enough about the general fights. Next up we got Sorcery. We're about to jump into this fight, and I'm gonna explain a little bit about what's going on here. So Sorcery's fight is a bit more interesting than Gar's. Since Sorcery's a puppet master, he tends to fight from a long distance, which means whenever you get in close, the CPU will try to run away because you're less likely to damage them that way. So you really need to be on the lookout for Sorcery substitutions, because the moment he subs, he will not hesitate to run away. This is a cat and mouse fight, and you cannot give him the opportunity to run. This is easily one of the hardest fights to do in a run optimally, and you really just need to hope that the CPU cooperates with you. Other than that though, there's not too much more to say about that fight. Basically, you just really need to make sure you're on Sorcery's ass. You need to make sure you're always in this guy's face because he loves to run away. Now you might be looking at my splits and thinking, dude, that was pretty horrible. But you would be wrong. The Sorcery that I just got was actually pretty decent. The thing is, the Sorcery in my last PB was freaking amazing. The Sorcery that I got in my last PB was the best Sorcery that anybody has ever gotten. I actually tried to replicate it before and I couldn't. I tried so many times. Like, I did 1,000,000 attempts after I had gotten that PB, and I just could not get that time again. So yeah, the Sorcery that I got in this PB was actually pretty average. Oh yeah, one thing I've kind of been glossing over so far is the menuing in this game. One of the bad things about me is I actually don't practice menuing, and that is actually something I really need to work on, because a lot of the times I just, freestyle it. But there's been a couple of times where I ended up losing runs because of that. So yeah, that is actually something I do need to work on. And guys should definitely work on it too if you plan on running this game. Oh yeah, you might be wondering why I'm kind of just glossing over this fight and talking about the menu and stuff. This fight isn't that different from any of the other basic fights. Haku is pretty much the same as Gaara. There's nothing particularly, you know, special about the fight. So just figured I'd just gloss over it. We did end up getting a pretty decent Haku though. We did lose some time, but it wasn't as bad as the Sasori was. Next up is Pain though. I don't know about anyone else, but for me, this next fight is a run killer. I don't know if the developers made a difficulty spike or whatever the hell with this fight, but it's definitely more annoying than all the other fights. Whenever I'm fighting Pain, his sub bar just seems to come back quicker than any of the other opponents I fight. So I don't know. I mean, put it down in the comments if y'all feel the same way. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But in the spur of the moment, it really does feel like his freaking sub bar is regenerating at an alarming rate. His combos are also super broken. If you ever played this game competitively, you know Pain, the character Pain is just broken. It's everything about him. There's a couple of his combos he does where he can continue them and he can still hit you even if you escape the combo. This can be really annoying sometimes. If you play this game, you know what I'm talking about. Luckily in this run, I didn't have to deal with any of that though. But enough about him. The most interesting fight of the entire run is coming up. You probably noticed that I've been red this entire run, and the run is over halfway finished at this point. And you're probably wondering, how is he gonna PB? How's he gonna come back from this? Well, I tried something new in this run. I'm not gonna tell you what it is just yet, since that would ruin the surprise. I'm actually surprised no one tried it before this though. Like, no one tried this in a run ever before this. And it's crazy because it's a pretty simple thing. It's not like some like 500 IQ big brain strat or anything like that. It's actually really simple, but it saves a lot of time. But maybe because it's simple, that's the reason we never considered it. I hope we find more dope stuff like it though. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you the story of how this came about. While watching a few runs submitted by other runners, I noticed something strange. When Kabuto got hit with the Rasengan, it did a ton of damage, much more than you would get from doing a regular combo. So since this run was on thin ice already, I figured, why not try out this? And bam, there it is. Look how much damage I just did, guys. I killed this guy with like a little bit of combos and 2 Rasengans. That is insane. Dude, look at the time save. I just saved 6 seconds off of that, guys. Insane. But the truth is, I actually ended up getting pretty lucky in that fight. If you didn't notice, Kabuto had a full substitution bar during both of those instances when I hit him with the 2 Rasengans. He could have easily subbed both of those and killed my run. You have to understand how lucky I got in that situation. My run was saved by pure luck. But that's the fun thing about fighting games, man. You never know. Something really good can happen or something really bad can happen. You never know. I think fighting game speedruns are honestly one of the most unpredictable speedruns out there. And that's kind of what I love about them. It's a love and hate relationship. But the run wasn't over yet. I still had to beat Neji. It wasn't any more difficult than any of the other regular fights throughout the run, but you do need to watch out for a few of his moves. For example, if he does rotation or his ultimate jutsu, it can waste a bit of time since you cannot attack him during rotation. And he has invincibility frames during his ultimate jutsu. But I didn't have to deal with either of those problems in this run, so I mean, as you can see, I just got a freaking gold. I got 2 golds in a row. Dude, my late game in this run, I was popping off. I was going insane. And dude, if you guys could have saw it live, man, it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. Like, you just had to be there. I can't even explain it. But anyways, we're headed to the final fight, guys. I was a bit nervous going into this fight because if you have been watching my grind, this fight actually killed my previous, well, it was gonna be world record, but Sasuke ruined that. The PB I got before this, if you go watch it, I was on world record pace by a lot, and the Sasuke fight just killed it. So yeah, I was really nervous going into this fight. But I mean, as you can see, ended up being world record. But to explain this fight a little bit, this fight is unique. It's the only fight in a game where items don't play a huge role. Anything other than recovery items is pretty much useless because in this fight, you fight in an awakened state, so things like sleep in tags and defense down tags don't work. Anyways, yo, fuck all that explanation shit. Dude, we got fucking world record! Oh my fucking gosh, dude. Let's fucking go. I did it, man. I did it. Dude, fuck the script. Fuck the script. We got world record. I was going off the script a little bit, but now we freestyling, man. Yo, we did it. Let's go.